Use it or lose it. Summer Learning and Safety Series. Hi, my name is Leffley. I am your host. Every parent knows the saying, use it or lose it. And when it comes to our kids' school skills, that phrase hits harder than sunscreen on a July afternoon. Kids can lose 20 to 30% of what they learned during the school year if they don't practice it over the summer. But here's the good news. Keeping their brains sharp doesn't mean worksheets, lectures, or turning your house into a mini classroom. Today, we're kicking off our summer safety series with the simplest habit you can build. 5 minutes a day of fun learning. Not schoolwork, fun work. Because when kids use their skills in real life, rust happens faster in kids. They grow them because their brains are constantly reorganizing. When something isn't used regularly, the brain decides it's not essential and stops reinforcing it. That's why reading feels slower in August, why math facts don't come as quickly, and why writing feels tiring again. Kids feel this immediately. They don't understand why it's happening. They just know something that used to feel easy suddenly feels hard. When kids notice they're struggling with something they used to do, their confidence takes a hit. They think, I used to know this. Why is this harder now? Everyone else will be ahead of me. This is where the emotional side of learning loss shows up. Kids don't say, my neural pathways have weakened. They say, I hate this. I'm bad at this. I don't want to do it. Kids get frustrated when the work feels too hard. They don't understand the instructions. Their brain gets tired before the task is done. They fear making mistakes. They compare themselves to others. Most of the time, frustration isn't about the work. It's about the feeling of not being as capable as they were a few months ago. Kids worrying about being the only one who forgot something. They worrying about being the slowest reader. They worrying about needing help when others don't. And if they've ever struggled before, even once, they remember that feeling. Summer gives them too much time to think about it. This fear can make kids avoid learning altogether, which only makes the rust worse. Here's the part parents love. You don't need to run a summer school at home. You just need 5 minutes a day of fun learning. 5 minutes of reading a comic book. 5 minutes of measuring ingredients while cooking. 5 minutes of writing a silly story or a scavenger list. 5 minutes of a puzzle, a building challenge, or a strategy game. These tiny moments keep the brain pathways active so nothing rusts. Kids don't need to know they're learning. In fact, the best summer learning is invisible. Sorting laundry teaches categorizing. Cooking teaches fractions and sequencing. Outdoor play teaches observation and problem solving. Car conversations build vocabulary, and kids don't need to know they're learning. In fact, the best summer learning is invisible. Here's the connection most parents don't think about. Kids who stay mentally engaged make better decisions. They follow directions more easily. They stay more aware of their surroundings. They're less impulsive. They're more confident. A sharp mind is a safer mind. That's why this episode is the foundation for the rest of our summer safety series. Summer is for fun, but fun doesn't mean forgetting. 5 minutes a day keeps their skills sharp and their confidence high. In the next episode, you will meet a special guest while we're diving into one of the most important topics of the season: water safety. What parents need to know, what kids need to practice, and the simple habits that save lives. This is a summer safety series, and we're just getting started.